to turns. It's
So they are actually picking up their class. The first class Gaara picked is actually that mech hunter we were just talking
okay.
about a little bit, and Kolento
Cool,
going for
cool.
a control
But he will
warrior.
not keep the Leaper, right? Well, maybe he will. He has
Ah,
two
two
advantages.
Anoyotrons. Yeah,
Yeah,
very annoying, guys.
but he
Do
doesn't
you cut
have
one
one.
maybe?
I
Yeah, he
think he
threw one
do,
back.
yeah.
That's
That
a good
side
call, I
is
think.
not bad. He was playing two snake traps, right?
If I recall properly, yes, that was it. And what I
And
like
now,
about the mechs here is the ability for him to just replenish the board. You know, in the mid game, if he feels like he needs a second wind, that can be very
yeah,
helpful. All right, so he decides to drop the Anodotron first. Okay.
that's only because of the divine shield. Like if there
Just
would be an example here works or Acolyte of Pen, he can deal with it instantly.
yeah, and the good thing is right now, it's very simple. Like the warrior will take a lot of damage from that little Anodotron if the Metal Tooth Leaper is played right now.
Yeah,
I
you
mean
play
that's a total of 7 damage from just a little 3/2. It's pretty heavy.
the Leaper, I think. You will, if you can take advantage of the battle cry at any point of the game, I think you do it instantly.
Yeah.
Against a class like Warrior, you have to snowball. There has to be a second 3 War X or Death Spite to kill the Leper, the Leaper. But this will be like a turn ahead, so it will cost a lot of time and a lot of. Oh, look, second 3 War X. Okay, never mind.
Alright,
Well,
so he decides to play down the snake trap, and my guess, the reasoning behind this must be that he's got a mad scientist and he wants it to trigger, and because he's only running snake traps, getting rid of the first one might be the best way to get the second one out as soon as possible. But it's a bit risky, because you know there are possibly Death Bites coming up soon, Acolytes of Pain, Armor Smith, so it feels to me that like it's a little bit of an awkward play, but I could see his reasoning. I see the line of thinking that he had there.
it's a different type of playstyle.
Yep.
Well, don't you think like turn 4 right now, he would have a 3/3 on board, and he could actually play the Mad Scientist.
Mad Scientist. Yeah.
And Hero Power. I don't know.
I think maybe playing the Metal Tooth Leaper would have been slightly more appropriate last turn, but either way, I think he's just going to try to capitalize on the traps right now, because the Death Bites AoE cannot trigger. So Kolento would have to have a Whirlwind. Maybe Gaara did scout Kolento's warrior deck and has some kind of insight as to whether or not there is a Whirlwind in there.
Yeah, this might be right.
So if another snake trap, comes out, oh nice, so he's going to override his Fiery War Axe here.
Yep.
Going to give him some very, very nice board clear.
Oh, he didn't choose to damage the armor smith. Interesting.
No, because it would die to Eagle Hornbow, so he probably wants to keep it as big as possible.
Good call. For sure.
So we have to assume the snake trap is the other trap that's on the board right now.
Blood Hoarder and Eagle Hornbow, yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, Harrison Jones, however, going to take a little bit. Oh, he doesn't even attack. He's going to lose that bow at full charge.
Oh man,
this is going to be devastating.
Why did the
freezing trap? Wow.
Oh, so there's a freezing trap. Okay, that's interesting.
That is novel, but now Kolento drawing 3 cards. The last thing you want as a hunter is for your opponents playing Control Warrior to get card draw on you. And that's the last thing you want to see.
He lost 3 points of mana to deal nothing. Oh, second on Eagle Hornbow, but still, Warrior will be at 15 points of damage.
Yeah, and the Mech Warper, as you expected, for the second win possibility. Now I think you have to drop Eagle Hornbow, Web Spinner, and Hero Power. Just try to rush down the Warrior and hope no taunts ever come down, no armor ups. But quite frankly, without card draw, it's going to be very hard to keep sustaining, because losing 9 points of damage from that Eagle Hornbow that got killed by Harrison Jones is not negligible. It's one of your biggest damage sources against Warrior.
We can count it like a 6 damage drop, right?
He lost his trap though.
Yeah, but the trap durability is like a bonus that you don't have to expect. So, but yeah, true. It might have been 9 if there will be no Harrison Jones. But still, do you think you use Hunter's Mark here to kill the Harrison Jones?
He's definitely thinking about it. Like based on his line of thinking here. I mean, I don't think Mech Warper, Metal Tooth Leaper is especially appealing. We saw Savannah High Main in that deck, so if at any point he does top deck it, it could come in handy to get a lot of damage output. He does actually. Hunter's Mark to Harrison Jones.
Yeah. No, that's the same issue we had the game yesterday.
Yeah, there's the exact same problem.
Yeah, the Leaper just stays in hand, does nothing, and he had actually a option to buff his Annoyatron.
Yeah, he had a really nice opportunity there on turn 3 to actually buff the Annoyatron up to 3-2 and force the warrior to attack into it afterwards, which would have dealt a total of 7 damage for a 2-drop, which is actually really high. So
yeah,
we're gonna have to see what it goes for here, but maybe playing the Snake Trap was not exactly the best play, but I wouldn't know. Maybe he's got different experiences with the deck that I haven't seen. And he kill commands the Armor Smith. And kills off the full Taskmaster, but that leaves the Direwolf Alpha vulnerable to the Fiery War Axe of the Warrior. Savannah High main top decks could come in handy, but
this is would have been at 12 points of HP with that Eagle from Bone, but still there's a shield block and a shield maiden.
Yeah, but you know that that's what they're running right now.
And now Dr. Boom, our favorite card.
Oh, Houndmaster's in this deck. Whoa.
Really?
I am absolutely...
Well, it's just because of the snake traps, right?
It has to be because of the snake traps, but where's the card draw though? Like, don't you run out of cards eventually? There's 2 of them even. Okay, never mind that. There's 2 Fiery War Axes. No problem.
Oh, we got a slideshow of every single card in Spain.
Yeah, everything that was drawn at once. Right. Mana Worm falls down. The only aggression that Gaara had early game.
Unstable
Probably
purple hide?
transition. Unstable. Try to get himself a good.
Oh,
What?
wow.
For the master.
That's one of the worst draws.
Well, it does give you a 2-5, I guess. You can use that body with a Frostbolt to kill a 5 health minion. I mean, it's pretty horrendous, but a Toshly. Okay, Archmage Antonidas again, I'd expect.
I think so.
Yeah, Toshly's spare parts are really decent. I mean, it was attempted by a lot of players very early in the, not National Rounds, but GVG cycle, trying to make Toshly, Gazlo, and Archmage Antonidas work in the same deck. It hasn't been the most effective experience, or experiment rather, of the GVG, but Archmage definitely has been working with spare parts. Like, we've seen Carlos yesterday play a deck that was using them.
Oh, yeah, that's Antonidas. Do you think you use the, Frostbolt? Do you negate the weapon?
That could be interesting, actually.
No, Daniel.
I don't know though.
Well, there's the turn 5, so there are many options.
Turn 5 could be coined Toshly, but the thing is, do you want to keep the coin for Archmage Antonidas maybe? Because I mean, next turn if he plays a Sludge Belcher, right? All you do is drop Bomb Blobber, and then you attack with the 2/2 into the Sludge, and you're gonna kill it.
Yeah, but then the Bomb Blobber gets killed with the few words.
Yeah, but that's okay, kind of. I don't know.
Ooh!
Kirintor Mage? Oh wow, Gaara, what have you got in store?
This is... I mean, I played a lot of Secret Mage, and how do you fit all those cards in one deck?
I feel like all those cards together are a little weird. It feels like a mishmash of multiple mage decks that have been kind of experimented with, and he wanted to fit maybe many things together. So he's just gonna Flame Cannon, no Bomb Blobber, wants to make sure that he doesn't lose. He's at least able to kill the slime before the Fire War Axe pings the Quartermaster.
So he wants to play Toshly next turn, and then play Antonidas turn 7, and
then
use
coin
spare part. Well, if it will be a playable spare part, right?
Yeah, if it's a stealth spare part, this could really get out of hand fast. How do you feel about just Mana Worm, Flame Cannon, ping the Shield Maiden, and then?
I think Toshly is better. Toshly is 5/7, right?
But he does die to the Shield Maiden, I guess. No, he's a 4/7, not a 5/7.
4/7. Oh yeah, okay. My bad.
Well, actually, yeah, I believe he's a 4/7. As a 5/7, it would be a great play right now. But I think as a 4/7, you know you're gonna have to put down 2 more mana next turn just to ping the minion. So perhaps the Flame Cannon plays. Oh, actually, you're right. Never mind. I'm lying through my teeth. I'm lying, dude. I am absolutely lying. I don't know what I'm talking about. Noxious Slide. Oh well, wow, okay.
When it's 5/7, it's actually played to play the Shields Maiden. And
he's gonna get a lot of spare parts here for that Archmage Antonidas. Another one from the death.
Kolento is also really decent.
For him, yes. The best one would probably be the Finicky Cloakfield to stealth up. But then again, there's a Ragnaros coming down soon, so that could maybe not work as well as he intends it to. Ragnaros going 50-50 against that Archmage Antonidas. If stealth, it could be a little problematic. So we'll have to see what Kolento decides to do. Dr. Boom is probably a fairly decent play. But now, by now, Kolento has to be expecting Archmage Antonidas shenanigans coming down.
Dr. Boom, and then you kill Toshli. Dr. Boom gets frozen.
You don't even kill Toshli, you just go face, I think. Do you really have to trade?
I think so. Well...
I mean, he has to... This is actually a really tricky position for Gaara.
Yeah.
There are multiple plays, none of which feel especially good.
And you can't play Bomb Blobber or Flame Cannon, both are really bad against Dr. Boom.
You could play Mana Worm, Fireball, Dr. Boom, and ping him.
This might be the best case.
And then you kill a Shield Maiden with Toshli, which leaves you with 2 Boom Bots and a buffed up Mana Worm. You have
Dr. Boom. It's just so much value.
It's incredible.
Yeah, those Dr. Boom could have been 6/6, and it will be better than 7/7.
Yeah, than 7/7. Yeah.
It will be still playable in every single deck, and maybe it will be actually playable because of the Beacon Hunter known weakness, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So apparently he does opt for the Fireball Mana Worm ping play. And he's going to train through the Shield Maiden, which leaves him with somewhat of a weak board against those Boom Bots. But at least he's been able to weather down some of the danger that Dr. Boom posed. And that leaves him with really nice Archmage Antonidas follow-ups, to be quite honest.
But dude, those bots will get so much value if they will hit the minions.
Yeah. I don't even think... Do you even think he bothers with killing Toshli at this point? Does he even care? I guess you smack a Boom Bot in there and try to see what he does. Yeah. Worst case scenario, he full cast.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 damage from that bot. Oh, that is horrendous.
I have no time.
Oh no! Archmage Antonidas cannot be played.
Yeah.
Wait.
Boom. Well,
no,
you can play you can coolant the Sylvanas.
Yeah, but look at the problem. There's a Armor Up, Shield Slam in Kolento's hand right now. He could Armor Up and Shield Slam his own Sylvanas and steal something he wants.
Oh damn.
It's a bit, and there's also the Ragnaros, which, quite frankly, is a bit dangerous as well.
And I think you might have to use the Flame Cannon to kill off Sylvanas. He goes with Antonidas.
He goes with the Antonidas play, going to get himself 3 fireballs.
He got some bolts there.
There we go. So he's gonna cool in Sylvanas and try to get himself, because he's going to get at least 18 damage from those fireballs, and he's only used 1 from his deck, so there's still 1 left. That could be just enough to make him.
This is an arena deck.
Well, reversing switch that Cruel Taskmaster for pure value, and I think that Archmage Antonidas is going to go to Kolento in a second.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer, I think.
You could Ragnaros. I mean, there's multiple...
Why would you?
I mean, you don't even have to steal hit, really. I mean, I think it's still the proper play, because the mage then has to fireball his own Archmage.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's nothing...
Thing.
Oh my god. Poor Gaara losing the 1 card in his deck that he can't afford to lose. Because it's kind of the big key to his win conditions.
But Gaara should be happy there's no spells for the warrior to use on his turn, because he had 6 points of mana. Imagine warrior with fireballs.
Yep. Now we're looking at a really awkward board, because the Boom Bot is potentially 4 damage, and there's a 4 damage in the hand, there's a Ragnaros in hand for Kolento. So even though the Archmage Antonidas can be dealt with, you know, from Gaara's perspective, it still leaves him with quite a threatening board to tackle, and honestly, I think that might just be it. I'm looking at the count here, and if he Fireball pings Archmage, which is probably going to be a play, and he pings the Boom Bot, I mean, and he Flame Cannons and kills the Cruel Task, that still gives him a 50-50 of dying to Rag.
Gaara's
No, actually,
position
100%.
is awful.
Yeah, it's 100% lethal next turn for Kolento.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, there's nothing to be done. The Death Bite will trigger the Boom Bot, which will lead to an Execute at worst.
We had 5 sweeps yesterday. Will this be the 6th sweep in overall in this tournament?
I don't know. There were a lot of sweeps yesterday. Most of the games were sweeps. We had, you know, 1-3, 0-3, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 0-3, 1-3. It was nearly just with 3 wins and almost no wins on the opponent's side at all.
Yeah.
No, not a single 3-2 in the entire tournament. And Gaara decides to play the Kirin Mage, tries to play it safe, but that's not gonna cut it. Ragnaros coming down with the execute, Death's Bite to the face. That should do it. Alright, well, Gaara's gonna fall down again with how do you feel about the Kirin Mage in that mage lineup? I don't exactly know what secrets he's running. I can't quite figure out what the point of it is.
I think it's on the mirror entity.
Yeah, we saw 2 of those yesterday, right? He was running 2 mirror entities, but do you think it makes sense in a Archmage Antonidas deck to be running those specific cards, or would you feel more comfortable playing those cards in a more aggressive, straightforward deck?
I think it's mirror entity just fits all mages. It's a great
all
card.
The mages? Alright.
Yeah, especially
Kirin Mage.
But Kirin Mage has value when you use more than 2 spells. I mean 2 secrets.
2 secrets, yeah, okay. I felt like Mad Scientist might be a bit more confused about that shade. I remember I was looking at it, I was like, oh, okay, so Shade of Nax and Priest. Something I've seen a long time ago, early in Nax, but...
You know why, right? It's because of the Valence Chosen.
Yep, yeah, you can get good Holy Novas with it. We saw 1 Valence Chosen and 1 Shade of Nax setting up for decent removal.
Yeah.
Alright, double Light of the Naru in the Priest's hand right now. Not going to be the best early game card.
Useful. That's right.
Alright, so Shadow Word Pain.
First turns.
Yeah, 5 first turn. Oh, okay, you know what? That'll kickstart the game a little bit. Play Shade of Nax into Dark Cultist. That's definitely going to kickstart a little bit of action. Shadow Word Pain is a pretty strong card. In this specific circumstance.
So many value.
Later on, yeah, definitely.
That's one of the best cards you can use against the warrior at all.
Oh wow, Injured Blade Master with Light of the Naru. Is that a play you consider here, or do you just passively Shadow Word Pain?
But then you have to kill off the Shade, and I think you go with the Shadow Word Pain.
And wait 1 turn to actually do that play, and make sure you get...
you did that, okay.
Yeah, he did exactly that, because killing the Acolyte of Pain is... Because if he attacks with a Shade, he unstealths it and opens it up to easy removal, and that's not something he's probably interested in just yet. He wants to be able to get some value later on.
Most of the time you want to keep the Shade out of basic weapons reach, like 3-4 health. This is not enough. So most probably 5 is the sweet spot when you can activate the Shade.
Yeah, and it can also kill a Sludge Belcher right off the bat, which is just an upside right away.
Now we can get 2 Light Wardens, but this opens you up to the Brawl.
I think you can get only the 1 though, because if you injure Blade Master, the first one will spawn. Then you could Circle of Healing, I guess, if you feel like it. But it's kind of...
I don't think so. Still,
doesn't make sense at all right now, but... I do like the Light of the Naru play here on the Injured Blade Master. I think it's good. There's definitely some value to be had here.
Open to execute, which I don't like.
Yeah, well, I mean, unstealthing the Shade here feels a little... It seems to be counterproductive. It seems to go against what his initial intentions were right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised
so
he did that. Just because it's in reach of the Death Spider, I didn't get that.
Exactly, his initial... then again, maybe Harrison Jones, Gix Blade, Death's Bite triggers, he's Circle of Healings, that buffs the Light Warden, and he's pretty happy about that.
You're right, that's really nice.
That does give him quite a lot of...
This is plus...
quite a lot of damage output right away.
Oh, he didn't do that, okay.
He did not circle, okay. So apparently rushing down the warrior is not in his plans, but that leaves Light Warden and Harrison Jones vulnerable to warrior removal quite frequently here.
I'm confused. Maybe I'm just not on Gaara's level. Most probably I'm not.
Maybe there's some deeper game here that I'm not seeing. I would have played this very differently. Yeah, I think this is a bit too vulnerable to removal right off the bat.
Maybe that's why I'm casting and he's playing.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably exactly what's happening right now. I guess we're just out of our depth right now.
Well, he also has the knowledge of his deck, and this might be well, this is the crucial information. Like,
yeah,
sometimes the caster will analyze it differently just because they don't have the knowledge of the decks that the players have.
Yeah, we do not have the deck list
something
available
ahead. Yeah.
right now. So, I mean, right now I feel like Dr. Boom is a play I'm happy to make. Cabal Shadow Priest also doesn't feel too bad, but you probably want to steal an Armor Smith or some kind of Acolyte of Pain with it.
That was the big game Hunter, so you can play the Dr. Boom. But then it
Yeah.
will be traded for sure. And there will be still bots in the game. I think Boom is okay.
Yeah, I think Dr. Boom actually allows you to contest the board very effectively. The only thing not even Brawl, you're actually not afraid of anything right now with Dr. Boom. Because BGH was played, if he's got the Cabal, another Cabal, but another Execute, then that's kind of acceptable. Alright, so he's going to opt to steal that 2-2 perhaps. He's debating. Yeah, I feel like Dr. Boom is a bit of a stronger board control play at the moment.
I think so too. I think you should go with Dr. Boom.
Yeah, and so does Gaara. It seems like we were right that time. Really not every single time before that, but this one we had figured out.
This always the bots are keeping your opponent in check because they don't know the outcome. They have to make a proper risk management in this situation, and
there's none that you like to make, unfortunately, here. As the warrior player,
you think he will get? He will go all phase and then play his own
boom, and then go full phase and just. But the problem is that Akanai Soul Priest kind of wrecks the board of Kolento. Akanai Circle would then proceed to wreck the board.
Even Holy Nova.
Yeah, just about anything actually. Just makes this. But I mean, you could assume that if he had Holy Nova, he would have played it last turn. So not playing around Holy Nova is probably an appropriate play. Wow, the boombots all over the place. So we're gonna see some boombot bounce back. Nope, not this time. And the 4-2 actually not getting any value there. Oh, boombot galore, ladies and gents. All right, 4 damage. Oh, the Akanai. That is. Yeah, Akanai Light of the Naru circle, that kind of solves the... Well, actually, the boombot then wrecks you a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the bot will be a huge problem.
This is not something... Do you steal the boombot? With Cabal? And you just troll the warrior and just decide, you know, you want to explode, but you can't?
Maybe you attack the bomb first? With your Dr. Boom and
possibly circle of healing. Yeah, and then Akanai circle again.
This is weak. This is weak.
This is a really weak play, though.
You lose so many cards and you have no refill in your hand.
And the thing is, there's a Ragnaros and Sylvanas sitting in Kolento's hand, which are actually really interesting cards here right now. Like he skipped basically his early game phase. A lot of his early game, like he's got 1 Acolyte of Pain, no Armor Smith, so he's got his big bombs, like a lot of the mid-range bombs already played. So that's really strong here for Kolento. Alright, he decides to trade for Dr. Boom 1-for-1 directly, no messing around, and he goes for the Akanai Soul Priest, and possibly just a ping on the 2-2, or... Oh, he circles, he actually decides to circle, and let's see what happens with the Akanai Soul Priest. Does she explode after that boombot goes up? No!
Okay.
She lives. She lives.
For how long? I always thought that Akanai Soul Priest is actually a male because of the graphic when it's minimalized. It's like this dude it's like really old dude with a beard.
No, I don't know. I played World of Warcraft, so I've seen this girl in Alkandon. So I know she's. Oh, the Shadow
wow.
Death. Nice pickup here by Gaara, going to solve the problem of Ragnaros. Not going to address the follow-up Grom, Hellscreams, and Sylvanas, unfortunately, but yeah, that's definitely gonna do it.
You play now the Dark Cultist and Light of the Naru and heal? I think you do. You have then a 3-2 on board just for 1 mana.
Yep. Hey, it could be worth it because it can get buffed up, so the opponent has to answer that. Like, it's gonna be a 3-2 very simply, you're back to nearly full health.
And if you sacrifice the Dark Cultist, then it's buffed to 5 points of HP, so this would be a really huge problem.
Yeah, you can't actually afford trading one or the other. And if a Sludge Belcher is played, it's good because he can heal himself, the Light Warren goes up to 5, and then he can steal the Slime right under Kolento's nose, so that could be kind of nice as well. Sylvanas feels like a really strong play though here because Gaara has no easy way to take her or deal with her because he has to lose his entire board to do so. Oh, wow! This is incredible. Never mind. I was talking about no answers. What is this?
Oh, wow.
Shadow or death into the.
But you know,
into
it's
the
still bad.
silence.
It's still bad because value of cards that Gaara has is not
It's very slim.
near,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's not near even the level of what
Kolento has.
Kolento has in his hand. It's just so way off when it comes to value. What do you do with that Grommash? Like,
Well, you probably just top deck Shadow or Death, and then you're good.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's very simple, quite frankly. Or you can.
I'm
bolt
not watching that. I don't know what.
Yeah, you're not watching that? Okay, I am. Alright, he just got Wild Pyromancer. Never mind, that's
Okay,
not gonna help.
I can watch again.
No, it's after the 2 top decks, he can't possibly be allowed to get another one. The Hearthstone gods will not allow it. Actually, I'm lying because Firebat has had some amazing top decks in the past.
Or RDU.
RDU
That
even,
dude.
right? That dude has the best top decking capacity I've ever seen in any Hearthstone player. So right now, as
Kolento will draw like
Gaara,
Straza.
well, do you Circle of Healing just to heal the Grom back to full health so you don't die?
There's so many ways to damage his own Grom.
Yeah. Well, he's already used 2 Cruel Taskmasters.
That's
One Death Bite is gone, and anyway, he couldn't be able to trigger it, so it would have to be some kind of. Okay, well, apparently Gaara says I better top deck or I'm gone.
That's a Shrill Slam. So
Yeah, there it goes. That would have done it. You're right. Never mind. Gaara's
now-
position right now is top deck worthy, really.
Oh,
There's
it's
not much else to do.
Shield's Maiden, right? Just Shield's
Oh,
Maiden.
yeah,
Right.
just put. It's a really good, sturdy body. Wow,
Oh, he didn't
Kolento
play
just
anything.
opts
Oh,
to
wow.
play it safe. Besides,
Well,
there's really
I
no
think Shield's
reason.
Maiden will be okay. There's no answer to Shield's Maiden from Priest anyway. What could he do against Shield Maiden? If he would have a
Shrinkmeister, Shadow Madness, Dark Iron Dwarf. No, I'm kidding. There's no way that he's gonna run that. There's absolutely nothing here that would have made any sense, quite frankly. And now he decides to circle. He's taken 10 damage, unfortunately. 10 damage more than he feels comfortable with. As Kolento
No,
here, do you
Shield
shield slam your
Slam?
own or do you just go for like Shield Maiden plays?
maybe Shield's Maiden then Shield Slam your own.
No, you're gonna kill him. He's gonna be
Oh,
dead.
really?
He's got no mana. Yeah, you can't do that. Ah, the Akanai, a little too late. She's 1 turn late. He had the circle until last turn.
Yeah.
And now she's just.
Troll Priest. That's a Troll Priest right there.
Yeah, this is not.
What
Does-
was to draw?
What could he be hoping for here?
No,
Nope, just a
it's a
concede. Alright.
button.
Alright,
Wow.
so another sweep.